I'm very simple person. My name is Surjit Lalli and I was born in Gurdaspur, Punjab, India. My father was professor and I have two brothers and I was the youngest one. The childhood was very happy one. We used to play and even our father used to play with us with different games. He was just like a role model for us. And he was PhD, but my mother never went to school. But they were happily married and she stayed home and he used to work. And our grandmother also used to live with us. And she used to laugh a lot. That has influence on me. So she always tell little things, jokes, and we used to laugh. And sometimes it was very hard to stop laughing. That's how I pick up my laughing habits. And so in 1947, the partition took place. Lailpur was part of Punjab, but it was divided. Half was given to Pakistan, and Lailpur is on the other side. Yeah. So from the very beginning, we were taught that life is an adjustment. No matter where you are born, what your background is, you have to make adjustment in your life. And in 1947, we came to this side, and my father, mother, and my older brother, they stayed in Lailpur because there was no agriculture college in the Punjab in this side, in Indian side. So he was supposed to stay 2 years, but the situation was so bad, so they had to come. So then he came, and my family we reunited, but it was very difficult, just like for us immigrants, hard to adjust a new place. There he had made everything, whatever he earned, it was left there. And so he had to start from the scratch. So he used to have lots of headache and this and that. Now I know that it is with the pressure. And my both brothers are well educated. My older brother did his PhD and got married, and he's happily lived, though he passed away 10 years back. And the other one, he did master in pharmacy. Then he came to Canada, and he also had again master from University of Saskatchewan. I did my BA and B.Ed both in India. And then we got married in 1954. And he was a handsome man, educated man. He was also a professor. So my life didn't change much because the same background, same thing. And then he worked for 10 years. And we had 3 kids. We were happily, settled. Then he wanted to do his PhD because my father did it and my older brother did it. So he didn't want to do a PhD in India. He wanted a foreign degree. So he applied at different places. He got admission in UBC, Vancouver, and he got scholarship. Now, the difficult time was that when he was studying here, and my children and I stayed in India, because he thought that if we joined him with 3 kids, it will be very difficult in your study. So all the hard time I spent in India, and he came here in 1962, completed in 1966, then we joined. He got job in Saskatchewan, University of Saskatchewan, because they had, it is a farmer area, and many things common with us because we also belong to farmer background. And we stayed there for 30 years in Saskatoon. And then we chose that I stayed home, and because he was too busy with his research work so that he can concentrate in his work. And but side by side, I improved my education again. I did my B.Ed from University of Saskatchewan in 1969. I used to do some substitute teaching. Then I had to take care of my granddaughter. so it's hard when you have small child at home. So, but I don't regret that I stayed home. During that time, I worked in the library doing volunteer work. I used to teach at school those who help those children. Those are very slow one because they needed special need. I was involved in Indo-Canadian society. Then I was involved in the temple, and I had been working there, all my spare time goes in volunteer work, but first priority is my own children. And when my children got their education finished, they are married, then I started a new life. I said, now, whatever I couldn't do in my life, now I want to do that. My 3 children, they are well educated. My daughter is the oldest one. She did her master in library science, and now she's working at Simon Fraser University. Before, she worked in the University of Saskatchewan for 10 years. And my older son, he's an orthodontist. He had very good practice. And my youngest one, he's also did dentistry. And he worked for 15 years and then went back to school. He wanted to do orthodontist. So he spent 3 years. Now he has his own practice, and he is in Australia. In 80s, we used to celebrate a folk fest. It was started in a very small scale. African countries, they have their own booth, and they display their things, exhibit their things, and have offer their food, and they have different cultured programs, and it's still going on. It is on large scale. You are living in one place, but you have overview of the whole world. Then my husband retired in 1995, and he after a year he thought that it was too cold. He said, let's move to Vancouver. And we came here in 96. So when we decided that my daughter is living here, we are getting near the old age, and at least one child will be closer to us.